Guys, I just might not go back. I might not. It doesn't make any sense to. Welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Seth Estrada, and if you're watching this video, you're probably on one of two channels. You're either on my YouTube channel, Seth Estrada, or you're on my BitTube channel, mineyour.biz. Feels good to say that, and this is going out to both platforms simultaneously. This is your Friday/Saturday show, and this should play all throughout the weekend. Guys, what I got for you today is a little bit different. First off, proudly wearing that SQRL shirt. Thank you so much for the gift. When I was there in Ohio, the team, they treated me right, and they gave me a really nice t-shirt. So, what am I saying? You want this on your body. But I digress. What I have behind me is the brand new HiveOS 2.0 dashboard. Now, to give you some counterpoint, what we see over here is we see the regular HiveOS dashboard hashing away. Now, I've got just a very basic Octominer style case over here. It is an 8-slot riserless system, just has some GTX 1060s in it. I kept it really simple for the test because GTX 1060s, as you've heard me say before, they're really great performers. As you know, I'm very bullish on P104 right now. There's a lot of speculation as to whether or not NVIDIA will announce the next generation of graphics cards, which a lot of people are affectionately calling the 1100 series or the 2000 series. I don't know what they're called. NVIDIA hasn't gone on record as calling them anything, which to me is suspect, right? It tells me that there might be something else going on. It's like when Google doesn't announce the actual code name for the next version of Android, they just give it a letter. That makes me think we don't really know what it is. We might be able to guess, but we don't really know. And I think that's the case with NVIDIA. They might be having a little bit of fun at our expense, waiting for the time to actually ship these devices and then letting us know when it's the right time. So, guys, I've got the GTX 1060. It's a great performer in terms of efficiency. And then I am, again, really bullish on the P104 because it's a phenomenal performer for the efficiency. Even better, a better performer in terms of efficiency than the GTX 1080 Ti or the P102, believe it or not. So I'm convinced that P104 is awesome. And you're going to keep hearing me talk about it for just a little bit longer. If NVIDIA announces something and just absolutely shatters my worldview, like just shatters my belief window, then maybe I'll be like, oh, I was totally wrong. But I'll be the first to admit that, right? So for right now, P104 is the business if you know you need cards. So I've got rig number 2 here. It's one of my test rigs. And I've got, of course, that IP address right there is my local IP address. If you know anything about networks, 192.168 is the local network. And that's the local address if you were here on my network to shell into my system. And take a look at all of the output from the mining software. So what I'm going to do is just look over at this dashboard. There might be a couple of hard cuts in this video, guys. I make no apology. There is some sensitive data on this particular platform, and that's why I didn't go live going over this walkthrough, because the new dashboard is in beta. It's not the final dashboard, so it'll be a little bit different down the line. And some of the info that you see here is not even relevant. Like, I've paused my my premium features because right now this account only uses a few rigs that are test rigs. That's it. And you see me using my test rig number 2 a lot, because that's the riserless system that I have set up over there. So let's kind of go blow by blow, try to figure out where the regular functionality is in today's dashboard and look at where the functionality is going to be, or where it looks like it's going to be in dashboard 2.0 on HiveOS. First off, this is the rig view. Let me go back to the regular size. I've got the text stepped up just a little bit there because I like being able to read it more clearly without having to put on my glasses. I sit a little farther away from my monitor than maybe you do, so forgive me for doing that. Also, hey, applause for me not having weird color shift on my webcam, right? You guys notice that before? Yeah, that was bugging the heck out of me for weeks. That for whatever reason, the Logitech drivers, when I put my hand up, would change the color balance and make my skin go like sallow. Whereas now, I finally got the right color balance. I don't look like, an albino. And yeah, it kind of works. Anyway, That was nice. So it's almost like I'm running a more professional studio now. It only took a few weeks of being here. So we're going to keep improving on that as well, guys. Multi-camera, having guests in the studio. I think you're going to really like the next version of the studio here. But let's get back to HiveOS. Right here, this is the overview, not of my entire system, right? This is typically what you see right here. You can tell right now that I don't have rig 1 or 3 online. They're just provisioned. And that's for my ASRock boards that you normally see over in the corner behind me. And they've just been disassembled for some weeks because I've been doing different things, different testing, and focusing on very different kinds of problem solving. So I make no apology. You're probably going to see rig number 3 go to the black box from Ethereal Capital when it ships, and when we're able to do our exclusive review on that. Wait, what was that? Yes, exclusive. So thank you so much. Big shout out to KJS of Ethereal Capital for giving me the exclusive on the black box in terms of a YouTube review. There's, of course, engineering tests going on with various other hardware designers, but that's not really the same thing now, is it? So can't wait to get my hands on it. Can't wait to put it through the paces and throw in a bunch of P104s. Too soon? I don't think so. Just don't be too late. So you see the rig breakdown there. I'm going to click on rig number 2. That brings me into this view. It's kind of this is how it looks right now. Can't scroll anywhere. It's all at a glance. Tells me that I'm using my Ethereum Classic wallet because I'm still mining Ethereum Classic. Tells me I'm using Claymore Dual Miner for AMD and NVIDIA. And I can very quickly just make changes there, to other coins and wallets that I have set up. I don't have a ton of coins set up. I have enough set up because I wind up testing a lot of the projects that come onto my channel. There are a few that, of course, haven't made the list just because of time constraints. And then I've got all the other miners that come preloaded, and then custom miner that I can load into HiveOS. This is something that you probably are already familiar with. We could do a deep dive and go over all this stuff, but I don't think that's the right choice for tonight. Then I have OC settings with the specific version that of the GTX 1060 that I'm using right now. I'm comfortable with about 23 mega hashes per second per card, and I achieve that by just doing some simple tweaks here using the OC settings. No other algorithm tuning that I recall. Nope. Other than I popped up my fans to 80%, and left it at intensity 8. But at 80% fan utilization, I'm getting between 50 and 58 degrees Celsius. So I'm happy with that. I am very happy with that. But going over to dashboard version 2, let's check to see where is my overview here. I don't know what this plus does. There's this, and I don't know where that leads. Let's click on some of the stuff and try to figure it out. Now, notifications down here. This should be what propagates out to Telegram. Now, on Telegram, I've got right here. Let me make sure that I have my HiveBot popped open. So I've got my HiveBot popped open, and I'm going to drag that over to here onto the screen. You can see right there that HiveOS is giving me notifications as to when there are any kinds of changes. And I've told it that I want any sort of change, a reboot. And I also just wanted to give me an hourly check-in as soon as it's achieved some stability, right? So right there, it rebooted at 1 p.m. and it achieved stability at 1:03. Now, every hour on the hour, not on the hour, but every hour after that point, the HiveOS bot checks in with me on Telegram. And apparently, I can make those changes here as well on this dashboard in version 2. That's over on settings, but let's start from the top, shall we? So I'm going to go to the very far left, up on the header. Let's see where that brings us. This is kind of weird, right? This is my remaining balance on HiveOS right now. I have a remaining balance, not a ton on this account. I don't know why I would have a ton. I'm not managing somebody else's farm from this account. So $3.85, so about $3.50 is what I got left in my account right now. Seems fitting. And it tells me that I have 0 workers on, which is demonstrably false. So it is in beta. This is probably just meant to show us kind of how it's supposed to look. And so we'll kind of get a better sense for how to use this after they ship the final version of version 2, or the final revision on version 2. So let's click on that. You'll notice that I have some of the names there obscured or partially redacted. That is because I occasionally will allow other people to log in, and I do not have their permission to publish their names for when they log into my rigs to make changes or my wallets to make changes. Your mileage may vary. You may decide that you don't want to give anybody access, or again, if you're going to be doing this kind of administrative work for somebody else, you may need to let somebody else at least get an overview of what's happening in their rigs. If you're getting into this thinking, all right, I'm going to run a rig for, whoever, Aunt Susie. I'm going to run, Aunt Susie and Uncle Ben. Why is every uncle named Ben in the movies? I don't know. You can add people here as well. They were added some time back. Let's look at my workers. Okay, it also tells me that they're all offline, but now there's a little icon there. It's a little not connected Wi-Fi icon. Maybe a reminder that HiveOS will allow you to connect your rigs via Wi-Fi. You don't have to have a hardline connection. And then right here, it doesn't really tell me what that is. All right, so it tells me when it was booted last. There's some kind of lag here because it's telling me this was booted nine days ago. Now, I did have to turn off this rig before I went to Ohio, and it broke my heart. This one, the test rig. And I've got a few different views. There we go, expanded view. There we go. That view. I have some filters I can do to see. There we go. Interesting. I can just filter by which rigs are doing what. And I don't actually get any options. Okay, deselect 3 workers. That's weird. Not really sure what that's supposed to do yet, other than, okay, I've got some options up here. Max temperature, rocket, overclocking profiles, server URL, run command. Ooh, interesting. Looks like I can run a command for all 3. This is starting to get a little more interesting. I do like this. So this is certainly something that is important for fleet management. So if I have, whatever, a few hundred rigs here, this is going to help. This is going to help a lot. And to be able to filter according to AMD, that's going to help a lot. Now let me, don't like that. Yeah, don't like that. It could be that there's a bit of a bug there. It's a front-end thing. Selecting after filtering for certain criteria is hard. Or selecting all after filtering for certain criteria is not a trivial thing to do. So hopefully the team is able to get through this fast. And looks like I can just filter for ASICs. Okay, no ASICs. You know how we do. Alrighty. And just AMD there. Okay, cool. So if I wanted to just make a change right here, I could. Miner actions. Ooh, stop miner, restart miner. Should we see if it works? Let's see if it works. I'm going to restart the miner. Command sent. Let's see what my log says over here on the functioning side. Could be that it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't think it's fully connected yet. I think it's just intended to let us know kind of roughly what's supposed to happen. Okay, so that's really interesting though. I like that. I like that a lot. And let's check right here. See, okay, I can do bulk upgrades, which is important. I might want to be running the latest version of HiveOS, which is good. It should upgrade some of my miners. Should upgrade Ubuntu, the base operating system if necessary. Might just do a kernel update or a driver update. That's awesome. And I think that's a really important thing to be able to do. Overclocking profiles. Ooh. Okay, looks like I don't have any overclocking profiles that have propagated over to this new test yet. But I have created overclocking profiles, so it'd be nice to see those right there as well. Looks like server URL. Okay, so I can assign a server URL there. Run command. Oh, I can add tags. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Okay, so I can assign tags to different machines. This is great because it means that from a central dashboard, I could tag various different machines that might be from different clients and be able to see at a glance, it's just a name that I've given them. So let's just say, for example, that KJS from Ethereal Capital sends over his black box. Then he's like, you know what, Seth, I've got how many of these do I have in the warehouse? About 350. Seth, can you manage these for me? And I can then tag all of those black boxes from Ethereal Capital as, you know, black box, or I can tag them as being from a client. I can just put Ethereal as a tag right here. That way, when I'm looking for the machines that belong to that client, all I have to do is look for the tag and then do some selecting there. That's so cool. That's awesome. Okay, I really like that. Looks like I got tags, miner actions. We already saw that before. Hash rate watchdog. Now, this is great. You're already probably familiar with how this works in HiveOS. Brief overview. I can tell it that it can either restart after a few minutes or reboot the rig after a few minutes of not getting a specific hash rate, not achieving a certain degree of performance. This is really big. Now, as that's happening real time, the Hive bot is going to communicate those changes and those issues over here on Telegram. So it's going to tell me as something has been rebooted or as the miner has been restarted. And then it should even tell me that the hash rate watchdog will take more dire measures, right? If I see it continuing to reboot and just gets stuck rebooting every 5 minutes, I know something is really, really wrong. Or if it's rebooted multiple times, but then doesn't report a consistent hash rate, then I know I probably need to use either a managed PDU, right? So remote into the power system and restart it that way, a hard reset, or I need to send somebody into the mine to physically reset that rack or that PDU or that circuit. So this is really, really cool, guys. These are tools that are absolutely professional grade, and it's great that they have it right here and that I can set the hash rate watchdog from multiple machines at the same time. These kinds of bulk actions make a big difference. Okay, looks like I've also got right next to that auto fan. Hey, I can set target temperature, min fan speed, max fan speed, and then a critical temperature. Now, do not control AMD cards, only NVIDIA. Interesting. So I can do the settings per chipset manufacturer as well. Pretty cool. I like seeing that as well. Guys, I really like this. From what I can tell, I'm already beginning to really like this. Okay, let's check that out. It's checking just to see which ones are online. Checking to see which ones are offline. Checking to see which machines have current errors that haven't been cleared yet from the messaging system. And right now, because it's a beta, clearly these filters don't work the way we expect yet, but it's cool to see that they are there. Okay, let's look at stats. Stats haven't propagated from the other side either. Wallets. All right, I can add a wallet here. Interesting. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Much easier, guys, much easier. So let's go back up the list and try to find something. Okay, let's, we had, gosh. Let me throw some love over to BCI. Aaron Mathis, shout out to Aaron Mathis over at BCI. They came on the show not long ago, so I can. Oh, interesting. So it's not a real wallet address. It doesn't know that yet. It's not doing data validation for the specific number of characters, and I'm not sure that it can right now. Maybe it can down the line. So HiveOS team might consider throwing in some data validation at the bare minimum to make sure that it has that the string is the correct number of characters long. Maybe. Wallet name, I'm just going to say BCI. I was going to say rocks, but I'm going to say stakes. And then I'm going to put ProgPow FTW. That's the name of this one. Create. All right. And hey, there it is. That's so cool. It's got the little clip art down there by the side. Yay. Now let's see what I can do next to it. Interesting. Now I can't do... Clearly, I can't quite do what I was expecting to do, which is make some changes to the different mining software that I intend to use. But clearly, it had that as a preset, so I think that HiveOS is committing to manage the algorithm needed for each miner and then eliminate miners that don't support that algorithm, perhaps? I don't know. It's hard to tell from this point. Let's take a look at flight sheets. Here we go. Okay. And coin, let's go all the way down to the bottom. Nope, I'm not seeing that new one just yet. So that hasn't propagated just yet. I need to run several miners, add a miner. Select a coin. Okay. I'm going to choose BCI again. All right, so it did take that one. Select pool. Solo pool. Whoa. Haha. Wow. Okay. Well, that's clearly an option that it kind of forced a card with. Okay. Advanced configuration, so I can enumerate fallback pools here. I love that. This is very straightforward, guys. Kudos. This is great. So I'm going to take off the advanced configuration because I don't off the top of my head know what other pools I'd want to use. Minor, let's just take a look. Clearly, yes. All right. So it has limited the number of minors that it would suggest. Let's go with let's go with EWBF minor right there. BCI flight sheet, and we will add the flight sheet or create the flight sheet. All right, successfully created and thrown just below all of my starred options. Interesting. So I like that. It's thrown to the top of the list, but not in front of the flight sheets that I prefer. I'm liking this more and more, guys. This is great. Go to overclocking profiles. I don't have any here. Looks like we need to add one. So let's add a name. GTX 1060 6 gig OC edition. And spell it correctly this time. Save. Alrighty, there it is. Now I can make some changes. And nope, that's not the change that I wanted to make. Interesting. Okay, so I can make changes per algo. Very necessary. All right, so with Dagger Hashimoto, it shows me all the coins I would typically need to do this with. Wow. HiveOS, you made this so easy. So we're going to start right here. Core clock, we are going to pull our numbers over from the other side because we have right there core clock plus 50. Memory clock, I think 1100 is what we did over there, right? 1100. Fan, 80. Power limit, 70, which actually it completely disagrees with. It pops it up to 75 anyway, so we can just put 75. Turn off LEDs. I don't think it's going to work with these, but I'll just try it anyway. And ETH enlargement, don't need because it's a 1060. But I'm going to put it on anyway. All right. And no arguments for ETH enlargement. And delay in seconds before running the pill. All right, I'm going to throw 120 on there because that was the recommended value. Save. Oh my gosh, that was so easy. That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Activity. All right, this is my admin activity, so apologies, guys, for the blurred out stuff again. But as I told you, I've got people that will occasionally hop in to work with me on this kind of stuff, so that's how it goes. Access. Same thing. These are trusted users, so they've been given advanced access, as you can see here, where they can execute commands, VPN, wallets, and tuning. So they've been given quite a bit of access. Settings, right here. Alright, it's the Genius Beard Farm. Why the Genius Beard Farm? Because reasons. Farm hash, tags. Ooh, add your custom tags to mark the workers. Here's where we add those tags. Okay, so I'm just going to throw in, for kicks, guys, I'm going to throw in Ethereal Capital. Boom, save. Interestingly, he is pink. I don't know if that's his favorite color. I'm going to go with gray, because, yeah, KJS strikes me as a, there we go, great kind. Oh, sweet. Oh, got a company. Save. Cool. Haha. And just for kicks, minority. Why isn't there red? Come on, guys. Why isn't there red? I'm going to do the other minority color, white. Okay. And then let's go with JMS, a buddy, right? So JMS vlogs, and we're going to go with green. There we go, right there. So I might manage JMS's rigs over here, right? I've got all those tags now to mark my workers. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go over and mark a worker. Let me just go ahead and just put right here. mineyour.biz. Okay, mineyour.biz. Let me make that one kind of cyan right there. Cyan. Ta-da! mineyour.biz. And it looks like I can't reorder these yet. Like drag to reorder. I might want to reorder these things just a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. But I've got tags now, guys. So let me go back over to my workers and let me see if I can assign some tags. Rig 2 clearly was my rig. So I think what I want to do is I want to give it a tag. Tag. No, come on. Shoot. Well, and there's not a reload button here as there is in the typical dashboard over here, reload. And guys, reloading this way is actually very important in terms of decreasing the load on their site. Yeah, sure, they could use some kind of a solution that auto refreshes the page, but then, you know, it's more workload on their servers to have to refresh for you. I mean, I'm not actually a programmer, I just play one on YouTube, but that's my explanation and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I can't quite get access to those tags yet, guys. Sorry, I wish that I could. All of my tags disappeared. Gosh darn it. Okay, advanced settings. Remove farm? Oh my gosh. Don't give me the nuclear option, guys. I don't want that. Add tag. We're going to try this all over again. mineyour.biz. Save. Cyan, save. And let's refresh the page, and it's gone. Okay, so the tags aren't quite added yet. Auto refresh page timer. Oh, what? Okay, this is just getting better and better, guys. This is total. Like I haven't seen this before. And disclaimer: I don't work for HiveOS. I'm not directly affiliated with HiveOS. Yes, I have an affiliate link, but it's because I really like the platform. I think it's the best mining OS that I've tried to date. I do use simple mining. Simple mining is great too. So I don't want to say anything negative about any of the other teams that are working hard to bring mining solutions to the market. I just really prefer what HiveOS is doing because they've added so many functions that make life easy. Now, what I don't see yet, but it's probably in part because this hasn't been built out yet. I don't actually have access to my workers, but I don't see the ability to add to flash a VBIOS. That said, they already didn't allow me to flash VBIOS to NVIDIA, only to AMD. So it could be because I have my NVIDIA cards here. But right here, that's so cool. Let's keep it just really conservative, and let's go with 5 minutes. I don't really need it to refresh that often. Add a worker, add a wallet, add a trusted user. Huh. Very cool. So from the settings page, I can jump into some other pages. If I had to guess... Very cool. So no options for a worker there yet. But as I'm adding new workers, clearly, I can add a tag. Oh, this is so cool. So as I'm burning a brand new USB drive, or as I'm provisioning a brand new SSD, I can add the tag that goes to the client of that worker, and I can associate it with the operating system before I even install it into the machine. This is brilliant, guys. This is brilliant. And just kudos, right? Kudos to the HiveOS team. This is absolutely what we needed, guys. I'm just super impressed. Thank you so much for making it the way that you did. So that's super helpful. All right, worker description here. I can expand just a little bit. Now, the tags haven't saved yet, I think because database isn't fully synced up with my account or something. I don't know what's going on here. That's a bit of a bummer. Hopefully soon. So GPU or ASIC. There we go. I can even tell them that if I've taken delivery of a bunch of ASICs for a client, then I can, yeah. This is so cool. I can just tag them all for that client. Love it. Absolutely love it, guys. Thanks so much. So name and password for that device. It's just great. Just great. Okay. Wow. I don't know what else we need to go over right now. I think we've gone over the beta just as best we can. I've only got the Genius Beard farm here right now. No new farms. So, yeah, no new farms that I admin just yet. But I do have, it looks like it's the last option. That's probably my user account right there, my account settings. There we go. So billing, referrals, account. And, of course, I can sign out from here as well. So I might have to blur out a little bit of info here, guys. Hopefully not too much. But let me go over to billing. As you saw before, I got about 350 left in my balance. That's not quite right. Amount to refill. I could refill more. Guess I am going to go out of my way to just mention that. So I've forgotten where I saw it. HiveOS is we're offering a 10% bump right now, offering a promotion, and I can't find it, so I'm going to pretend like it doesn't exist. They were offering a promotion of an additional 10% credit as if you top up your account balance before they make the switch, but I don't see where that is, so I'm just going to say maybe that isn't valid anymore. Maybe somebody can let me know in the comments. Is that still a valid promotion right now? Anyway, here's the part where I tell you to sign up on the link that you see right there on the screen. It is bit.ly/get_HiveOS. And you can just click on the link that you see down in the description of this video. It should be the top line of the description of this video, or you can click on the info card you see hovering above. Guys, I can't say enough nice things about HiveOS, not because I am shilling for them, but because I actually really enjoy their product. It is a phenomenal product, and I think you should try it out. Timer appears to be working. It has been counting down. Let me just look also. That's billing right there. Looks like I need to refill, and it looks like they don't have that connected just yet. But they will, and it looks easy enough. Yeah, it looks easy enough. Where's my invoice? Okay, cool. That's not quite connected either, but it shows right here that I made a deposit before, earlier on in July. And, yeah. Yeah, made a deposit in July. So that's billing. Okay, referrals, account, notifications, everything else. It's all right there. All right, so it looks like the tabs that I was working with before. All right, so it is showing me everything that I had right there from farms. That's where I can go into the expanded view. Very interesting. I don't know that I agree with that particular design choice. I think having those tabs disappear, I think in terms of it being a good user experience, I don't like that when I click on that, those tabs disappear without seeing a quick way to get to them. I've discovered now by walking through this that those tabs now live in a drop-down under the name there. But it doesn't flow very well for me right now. Anyway. Oh, hey guys, thanks so much. It looks like we've gotten numerous people to try out HiveOS. I think that's great. I think more people should try it out. So again, click on the link you see right there and down in the description, and you can try it out too. Your first 3 rigs are totally free, as you see with the account that I'm testing from right here. This is my test account. And it looks like with my account as well, I can go over to the account tab where I would normally go from billing, referrals to account. Just go right back through there. And I've got some information redacted. All right, guys. Par for the course. Bravo, HiveOS team. Love what you've done with the platform. I thought I was going to be able to do a little more admin with a live miner right now, but I didn't read the full announcement. Alrighty. Looks like I can get into public testing here. And there are only about 149 people testing right now, guys. I would absolutely... Hey, guys, making a video about the beta right now. Okay, guys, so I've got a little more info right now, and I'm just going to interject this. It might be a weird edit, so I apologize if it comes at a weird time, but I've opened up the Telegram for the new Hive 2.0 testing in English, and what it shows me right now is that in order to migrate my system over to this, now I apologize, guys, just this is open discovery, right? Like, I'm not a programmer, I play one on YouTube, and I learn things at the rate that I learn them, so here we go. You're discovering with me. In order to make the change, you've got to execute a Linux shell command from within the rig that you want to change over. So you've got to manually change over the rigs that you want to try in the new dashboard in Hive 2.0. So I can totally copy paste. I'm not above it. I'm not above it, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to my shell in a box. Oh, shell in a box, yeah. Alrighty. And I think we're golden. Workers. We're ready. already. Okay, so let's take a quick look here, guys. And I don't know. There it is. 8 GPUs. I love the visual representation. Power consumption is still wrong. It's still reading incorrectly. I can show you guys numbers at the wall. It's actually about double that, guys. It's not quite... Yeah, it's not quite 1200 watts. So, yeah, it's almost exactly double that. I don't know what's going on there. So just a heads up, I'm using an 8-slot riserless system. So maybe we can fix that soon, guys. All right, back to the overclocking profiles. We already had one, and we can assign it if you really wanted to. Go back over to the workers right now and see what I need to do to make that happen. Overclocking profiles, boom. Apply current overclocking profile for one selected worker. Apply. Command sent. That now disappears. So there's no longer a queue of commands that sort of like piles up on top. Now this... Okay, now it shows is offline because I have removed it from dashboard 1 with that command that I use over in the Telegram channel. Now they tell me right now if I want to switch back, all I need to do is go back to my shell in a box or console. I need to issue this shell command to move back. So it's really that simple. Back over on dashboard 2. Let's go into an expanded view of... This is beautiful, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Temperatures are right where I left them. Power consumption is right about where I expect it. Okay, interesting. I don't see the same easy shell in a box button to get into. But I've got my flight sheets right here. Only so many of them are usable, so it begs the question, what is it doing right now? It should still be using the miner and the wallet that I issued before, so how do I quickly change that? I don't know, we'll find out. Overclocking, it shows me that I have successfully overclocked. That's clearly... Yeah, working right now. LEDs haven't turned off. Again, it's kind of something I knew from this model. There it is, tuning. But that's the same tuning that I had set on the other side. Kind of already knew that it was fan min 80 and an intensity 8 on Claymore. So there you go, guys. Before I get flack for not using something else, right? Like OptiMiner or gosh, CC Miner. That's what most people would expect. I use Claymore because I use a lot of AMD. I do a lot of AMD testing, so for Ethereum, kind of made sense. Stick with that. Okay, so my activity log now shows what I've done recently. Cool. Oh, hey, my tags. All right, so I didn't show them before, but here it is now. Update worker. Guys, I just might not go back. I might not. It doesn't make any sense to. Resend all configs, cards quantity. Oh no, this one, let's go with 8. So that way I've got to manually change that. It's used to having sensed 11 cards before, because as you know, I have the dual GPU cards here, and the dual GPU cards show up as 2. But I had one that had a bit of a wonky BIOS reflash, so it showed something else. Anyway, not to bore you to death. Disable GUI on boot. Don't start X server. Console only. No OC for NVIDIA. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that, but I can see why some people might want to. This would streamline the operations for some administrators. So, it's nice that it's an option. Mirror select, the default, VPN. Hey, that's cool. Advanced settings. Destroy worker. or transfer the worker to a different farm. That's cool. Definitely helps for billing as well. So very, very cool to be able to just physically hand a piece of hardware off to somebody, and then from the dashboard here, be able to say, all right, I've also given you administrative access and control over that piece of hardware. Update worker. There we go. Okay. So coin custom pool, that's interesting. I kind of have to do things from scratch right now. So I've got to reset all of my wallets, and I've got to reset all of my miners. Okay, let's do this, guys. Looks like we need to go and make a change with our wallets. Okay, looks like I can edit this. That's kind of nice. And I was mining Ethereum Classic, if I recall correctly. Yep, Ethereum Classic. I don't have an Ethereum Classic wallet here. No. Okay, so I've got to jump back. Yeah, that's what I thought. Got to jump back into wallets. Gosh, where are my wallets? I want wallets! Wallet. Okay, here we go. So I've got to go here. Wallet. Address. So I can still... That's the nice thing about the first side over here. Keep things really simple. And just do a copy and a paste over here. Put your wallet name. Seth still loves ETC's face. That was crazy that I had to go to the overview to be able to see that. Yeah, again, there are a couple of things that I don't like here, and that is a little bit of the navigation is a little bit muddy, team. It's hard to find certain things, like being able to add... Wait, why is it telling me to add a new farm? Okay, we got some pain points. I'm not sure why that just happened the way that it did. Okay, alright. Yeah, not happy about that. Yeah, really unhappy about that. I don't know why that happened. Sorry, guys. And I know this is not released yet, but that particular thing, I wonder if maybe some attention could be placed on adding new wallets and workers, and new farms even, from this view. It wouldn't bother me to see a plus symbol here, and be able to see, or be able to see other icons that indicate that I can get to billing, referrals, and account. Even if it's just a hamburger menu that just shows me that's what that's supposed to be. Showing my name isn't, to me, a navigation cue, the same way that some of these icons are navigation cues. I don't know, just a thought. Alright, let's go to the flight sheet right now. Now maybe I can edit this thing right here, because it's already in production, right? So now I can say that's your ETC, and now I can say, alright, Seth still loves ETC's face. Select a pool. Sweet. Let me just double check to see what pool I'm already using over here. It looks like I'm using Ethermine. Let me just, and using SSL there. So, and just in case I have to do something. It's easy. Cool. And I can choose a failover right there. Actually, you know what though? I think that I want a different port number, but if they're recommending this one, no, I'm just gonna call it good. So select a miner. Looks like, hey, Claymore dual. Select a dual coin. I'd rather not. Yeah, I'd really rather not. Don't use dual, so that should hopefully... I was really hoping that it would just... Well, okay, so it just deselects everything else. That's not terrible. So, name, Ethereum Claymore. Ethereum Classic Claymore. Need to run several miners? Add a miner. I could run a CPU miner if I really wanted to. Today probably doesn't make the most sense. And yet, I still kind of want to... because I'm a sucker for mining crypto notes on the CPU. But I'm going to call it good. Okay, just go ahead and... Oh, create a new flight sheet. I'm just going to create a new flight sheet. So this is awesome. It gives me the opportunity to duplicate everything that I just did. And then, yeah, make that run. This is so cool. HiveOS has been, so far, this beta for the version 2, at least from a discovery standpoint, I'm loving everything that I see. Being able to name this rig after mineyour.biz so that I know it belongs to me, right, and not a different client. That's super helpful. Being able to create tags, then propagate out to all the other machines that I'm going to possibly be working with, or that a mine operator works with, from this dashboard is super helpful. Love it. Okay, absolutely love it. Okay, so actually these are all called flight sheets. Interesting. And it looks like the other wallets that I had before can then be flipped into these. Might just make those changes now, guys. I think that I've got enough info, and there it is again. Thanks again, SQRL, for that cool t-shirt. If you guys didn't already see that before. I really like it. I like it a lot. I think you're freaky, and I like you a lot. Yeah. You guys have questions? You guys have feature requests? Throw them down in the comment section down below. I might be the first person to have reviewed HiveOS version 2. So let's try to get some questions for the HiveOS development team. First off, I mean, I should just say again, great job. I'm impressed. And I can't wait to see more, and I can't wait for it to go live. As you saw, there were a couple of pain points as I was attempting to navigate. The top header navigation there kind of went a little wonky when I was attempting to create a new wallet again. Maybe I should check that one more time to see how it does now. Referrals. Okay, and nope. Jump straight into making a new farm. Not really what I was looking for. So, yeah. Looks like I only get to make, you know, 1 or 2 new wallets at a time. We'll figure that out. But this will scale, guys. Right here, you got farms for various different locations, and then within those locations, you got various different machines, so you know exactly what's going on at each one of your co-location centers, right? That you're doing administration for right here. Love it. Guys, can't say enough good things about this, so I will leave you with that. You know who loves your face. This guy. And I'll see you in the next one.